Computer froze. The computer froze. All righty. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the shizzle. It's Manic Monday, so let's just hang out. For those of y'all that wasn't here earlier, we went to the dentist today, and he gave me a referral to go see an oral surgeon. After I go see the oral surgeon, they had to remove 4 roots. Cut them out. And then I go back to the dentist, and he'll decide whether or not I get the partials, whether or not I get veneers or whatever. They also going to figure out what they're going to do about the one tooth being bigger than the other one. So I could have done that today, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'll call and see if I can set up an appointment. And I'm very happy, no copay. But I sure they wouldn't. I don't know where they would have got it from. Don't know where they would have got it from. And anyway, the reason why I was ordering them cords that Amazon snatched the money from was because I told you I had the 5.1 set up. And that's 6 speakers. Because of the mistake of the post office, we actually got a free speaker. We got a free pack of incense. So Saturday was like Christmas. That's the alarm on Bessie. The keys in my pocket. Look at the keys we had to carry for locks in the bike. I feel like Colonel Clink. I feel like the warden of the jail. I got the key to everybody. Sell. Now, like I said, I can wait till next month. It's not a big deal. See, the 5.1 I got, you can make it a traditional 5.1, or you can make it 3D. Meaning that you can make it mimic 5.1, even if you don't have all the speakers. For those of y'all that don't have a 5.1 and don't know what the heck I'm talking about, if you're watching a movie and there's an airplane coming from behind your head, if you just got like speakers on your television, you're going to hear it from the front. But if you got a surround sound, you're going to hear. It was coming from the front. You just hear, eh. We have two ears, and stereo mean two. So when you see somebody saying they got something in stereo, that means they got two speakers, one for your right ear and one for your left ear. When you start getting into surround sound, you start getting into Atmos, DTX. The position of the speakers is what the difference is. You're supposed to sit in the middle, whether it's your living room, whether it's your bedroom. You watching a movie, you sitting on a couch or the chair or laying in the bed. The speakers are supposed to surround you. So if you're watching a horror film and Jason coming up behind somebody and you hear the leaves as he walking, ha, 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 crunch, crunch, you should hear Jason coming from behind. And then when he walks through the screen past something, it should go over your head like, that's basically what that does. Now, they figured out how to do it with the headphones, whereas they take parts of the woofers in the headphones and they break it down so that you can hear something like, Now, in order to have a 5.1 or a 7.1, you need 6 or 8 speakers because the 0.1 is your subwoofer. So that's one speaker. You need a front right, a left right, your center speaker, which goes in the middle. Then you need 2 rear speakers. So that's 6 altogether. Right now we got 4. Well, they ain't got here yet. No, right now we got 4. So you can't have the subwoofer, because that's what everything is, the amplifier, everything. You can't have the subwoofer and you can't have the front right speaker because the front right speaker connects to the subwoofer and the front right speaker has all the controls on it. It has the headphone jack on if you want to put headphones on. Why? I don't know, but if you did, it's got the power button. That's on your front right. Now that's sitting in the window above the TV because that's all we had. We had that and the subwoofer on the floor. The problem is it's a right speaker. What is stereo? Right and left. So that means, like the song that I played in the opening, you notice that it goes from different places. It doesn't stay on one side. See, if you're watching something, and even though it might be in stereo, if it's the same thing on both sides, whatever speakers you got on the left is going to play it. Whatever you got on the right is going to play it. Right? But if you only got one right and you play something where the sounds move around, you're not going to hear it. You'll be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, really? Yeah, I understand. Me too. You missed the conversation. And Chung Lee had recommended this movie called, what was it, Unhinged? It's 2 versions. And it was pretty good. And I had to put the headphones on to watch it because it kept, as the man was ramming the woman and was coming up behind her and all that, it kept going out. And I had to put on a pair of headphones so that I could get the left side. So that's what the big deal was. So now I told you The right front is in the window. The subwoofer is on the floor underneath the TV. I got a left. Now we got 2 speakers. I wound up getting one for free. Yay. And what I did was, because I ordered center speakers, even though I could have ordered, the right and left, but they only had the right online. So I said, well, they give you the little 2-inch speaker, right? But they give you a long cord because they're supposed to go in the rear, will be behind you. So I got the 3-inch, 2 3-inch speakers instead of 1 2-inch. Same price. Nia said she was on the wrong live stream. I told y'all to come over. All right, welcome back, Nia. And so I said, well, let's get the 2 3s so that instead of having 1 speaker, you'll have 2, which will push out more sound. So the center speakers are supposed to go in the center, right under your TV, facing you. But we're not. So on the left, I moved the bed out from the wall, and I put a box there, and I got one sitting there on this side. It's probably about 2 feet from the foot of the bed. If that, might be 1.5 feet. On the other side, the TV that broke, I ain't threw it away yet. But because it's a middle speaker and it's supposed to go on your TV or your monitor, it got a clip on it, and you can clip it. So I clipped it to the TV, and I got it about, like I said, maybe 1.5 feet up to the bed. So in the center, up in the window, we got the right front speaker. To the left, on the old TV, we got the right left. On the right, we got the center. And so I'm getting my left and my right, and then I'm getting them both. So you got one subwoofer, speaker here, and then speaker here. And that speaker that's actually between the bed and the wall, it's playing the right and the left at the same time. So now we got to get the rear. And we did. We waiting on them. Hopefully they'll ship them today, and we'll have them by the end of the week. So now, but I'm going to have to wait. But until then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, even though they won't be in the rear, like say the bed is here. Let's just say it's this far up. It's this far up into the bed, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 2 that's coming, I'm going to put them up against the far wall behind the TV, so that right is in the window, but we're going to put the center on one side, on the far side, on the right side, and we're going to put the left front. So it's going to be left front, right front, subwoofer. Center is going to be on the right. And then where I got the 2 speakers now, we're going to put them as the rear. So even though it won't be behind me, it'll still be some separation, and maybe until I can get the cords. It was only $7 until I can get the cords. We'll make do. But I can tell you, if I go sit on the edge of the bed and look at the TV with just the 4 speakers, I call it the drop zone. So I might get me a chair and just sit in front of the bed, or I might just make baby move because she like to sit at the rear of the bed. I don't make her sit on the right hand side, and I can lay down, and I can be in the drop zone where I get everything. But like I said, right now I got it on 3D, so it's going to mimic the 5.1 surround. It's going to mimic it when I get the other 2 speakers, and then I get the wires. Then I can make it real 5.1. But I'm grateful because before Saturday, I ain't had nothing. I had the 1 speaker up in the window. I'm up the other far end of the room. Speaker up there in the window. So instead of having 1 speaker and a subwoofer, now we got 3 speakers and a subwoofer. And like I said, they have 2 3-inch in each one, rather than having the little 2-inch. So y'all might not care, but I don't have another window open. Well, that's all right then. Let's go to Chrome. I'll show y'all real quick, and I got something else to tell you. Some of y'all won't care. Some of you will, some of you won't. I don't believe I did that. I think I need professional help. Well, I'm just tired. Whichever one it is. Y'all see I'm leaning over. But we still working. All right. Now, y'all can understand what I'm talking about, and then we'll move on. I know y'all get bored with this kind of stuff, but see this rear right channel. Instead of just getting 1 speaker with the fake tweeter, that tweeter don't do nothing. That's a fake tweeter. I don't know why they even put it there. That's a fake tweeter. But instead of getting the little 2-inch speaker, actually, this is the whole set right here. But ain't the whole set, it's just the speakers. They only got the rear right now. But if y'all look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is the center speaker. See how I got 2 Don't they got another picture? These some bad pictures. They don't have another picture. That's pretty lame. All right, here we go. Somebody's selling this for parts. It don't work. But this is the system right here. And like I told y'all, there's the subwoofer. The plug is there, and the things you plug into go in the back. Right? This is the right front right here. See how I got the headphone jack right there, and they got the knob and the power button? Well, you can't have anything. You got to have the subwoofer plugged in the wall, and you got to have this plugged into the subwoofer to control it. So without these two, you can't do nothing. And that's when the man told me not to bring them, I had to bring this speaker here on the end and this speaker on the other end. So that's all we had. And this was in the window in the center. This is your center speaker right here. So actually, this is in the spot where it's supposed to be at. This is in the center, but it's a right. So we didn't have a right and a left. We only had a right. So now we get two speakers instead of one with the little fake tweeter. Just give me two speakers. So we got two speakers instead of just the one. And like I said, I got the subwoofer in the center on the floor. I got the right front up the top. So that's actually in the center, but it's only one side. And we got two of these right now. One is in the left front. So now I got my left side. But also, we got another one of these. I put it on this side. And that's a right and a left because it's a center speaker, right and a left. So I got my right and my left. Now we need to get the red. See how long the cord is? See how long the cords are? The cords are long on the two red ones because they're supposed to go in the rear. We need an extender to make the cord long. This center is supposed to go on top of your TV or your PC monitor. So it ain't supposed to be that far from the subwoofer. This right one doesn't give you much length either. See, this is subwoofer and see all the connections back here. So right now we got the right front and this jack right here is where the right front plugs in at. Then you got your left front and then that green is the center. So right now we're using this slot, the subwoofer, and we're using these two at the bottom. We need to fill these right and left reds, and they on the way. So they coming. See, this is the right front. Without this, you can't do nothing. But anyway, all right, I ain't gonna bore y'all to death. Let's mosey on. All right. Hey, what's up, Triple? That's the real Triple. Now, I got some other news. I was talking to the seller this morning, and I asked him. He asked me. I want y'all to listen to this. I talked to the seller this morning, and he asked me if I would call a customer. Apparently, somebody ordered a GS9, a Jan Brady, Y'all remember they had them on sale last week for $11.99? Well, we got another sale. And guess what? They got to the last part and didn't pay. That's the 8th time that happened. Do you know why? Because they keep raising the prices. So I'm telling you, the bike is $11.99. And then you go to the website, you go through everything, you put my coupon code in, and the bike is $13.99. Are you going to buy it? Most people won't get mad. Why they gotta lie to me? I didn't lie to you. The video up. You just saw it too late. That ain't my problem. That's between you and the company. So I asked them. I said, since we've been in the hospital, we've only sold 3 bikes. So why do you keep changing the prices on my coupons? Whether you change the price on the bike or the website is fine. But my coupons are not breaking you. People are not buying bikes like that. So why can't you leave the prices the way they are? So then he came back, and I'll give you the quote because I'm honest with everything. He said, hold on, I'll give you GS9, $11.99, and the plus. So it'll give us Jan for $11.99 again, and the plus will be $14.99. He says you can call it Black Friday coupon. Right? So he was already off of work. It was 7:30 in the morning for me, but it was nighttime for him. So he said when he go in the office tomorrow, he'll change the coupon codes. So we're going to have to get the campaign started because we got the GS9, the Jan Brady. I got her back to $11.99 again. And the Marsha Brady, the Queen of the Hill, we got her for $14.99. Walmart has picked up Marsha and was selling her. He wanted me to call the customer and ask them why they didn't pay for the bike. I told him. I said, because you changed the price. I ain't got to call them. Stop messing with the prices. It ain't like I saw bikes like that that's going to hurt you. Since I've been in the hospital, we sold 3 bikes. You giving somebody $200 or $300 off the bike breaks you off just 3 bikes? And I told him, I said, you're not sending me bikes to ride for the people. You sending me broke bikes and stuff. Why the heck would somebody want to buy one? If I'm supposed to represent you and promote for you, you supposed to take care of me. You ain't taking care of me. What the hell you gonna do for the customers? Keep it real. You ain't taking care of the person that's supposed to be helping you get the name out about your bikes nobody never heard of. If you ain't taking care of me, you ain't gonna take care of them. I can't blame nobody. Look how they do me. I said, you need to take your boss to get on the ball. I said, if not, at least he gonna give me the person information to call him. Somebody gonna be like, how the hell you get my information? Who are you? I told him I don't need to call. I already know why. The same reason why them other 6 didn't go through. Because you changed the price. Y'all get all hot in the pants when it changed the price. So starting tomorrow, the GS9 is going to be $11.99, and the GS9 Plus is going to be $14.49. Lowest price ever. I told him, I said, you had me at $15.99 in Walmart. Sells the bike at $15.99. How am I supposed to compete with Walmart? And for those of you who saying, be confident, I'm going to tell you this, shut up, mind your business. How am I supposed to compete with Walmart? Yeah, I can get you the bike in 7 days or less. You can walk in the store and buy it. You get it from me, you got to put the handlebar on. Walmart will assemble it for you. You can ride it right out of there. You have an issue, you can bring it back to Walmart. Why the hell would you buy the bike with my coupon be the same price? As the man said, make it make sense. So we got Marsha for $14.99. That's low. That bike worth $2,000. We got it $14.99. Right? We got Jan. Y'all know that Jan is the sexiest bike. That black and green is on point. We got her for $11.99. I asked them again, I said, why don't you make Bessie, the PX5, $9.99 so it can compete with the electric XP? So we got Bessie. They got her for $13.99 on the website. I don't know. But I got Bessie down. They got it on the website at $13.99. I got it at $9.99. So now we can compete with the electric XP. Electric XP wants you to pay for the suspension C-post. Electric XP shorten the wheels from 20-inch 4 to 20-inch 3-inch. So if they cheating you on the wheels. Bessie got a bigger battery by almost a 4 amp hour. Now we can compete. We got the better features. But they went up $150. Now we can compete because I asked him. And I told him that the PS6 could be in the middle. So you got your $14.99, your $13.99, your $11.99, and your $9.99. So now we got something for each group of El Chapo, the cheap ones. I told him it's Christmas time. But not only that, when I told him that I would put the PS6, which they have for $13.99, we used to have it for $12.99. But guess what? We got the PS6 starting tomorrow. We're gonna have to do a show. PS6 for $12.99. The GS9 Plus, $14.99. The GS9, $11.99. And Bessie, the PX5, $9.99. I got the prices back down. Ain't no excuse. We're gonna have to do a live stream on each bike and put the coupon codes up there and see if we can generate some interest. This says, Neil, where are Rittenhouse tears now? He looks pretty confident. I told you they was going to find a new story. You don't even hear about Gabby and Brown no more there. They moved on to the shit. I mean, yeah, they moved on to Rittenhouse. What did he do? Did he kill his girlfriend? He killed his wife and the babies. What did he do? Nia says she has to fail and he'll be disappointed when they're done. So tomorrow we're gonna start. The minute he get the coupon codes in, you're gonna have to jump on it. I don't know. Anybody ever heard of Cedric Mullins? I played a story, but I don't know who that is. But you know it's an adult behind him. And that's 3 hours long. I see the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. It's too long. That thing 3 hours. We were to sit here one day and watch it live or something. Did our boy Kevin do a video today? I missed this video.
I mean, I'm about to play baseball, MLB.
All right, he got a man dog. Go Cav, go Cav.
No, I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna take my camera loose and come in. Oh, speaker. So I'm gonna play a little baseball. Whoa, this don't work. No, I'll be back.
If I cover the story, y'all gonna watch it? I'll be sitting here by myself. They're getting more and more brazen. Wait a minute. Can we go back?
Guys, yeah, we just got here about half an hour ago.
Hold on. Liz gave us this story 8 days ago. This is, that's 11 Alive. I can't play it. Damn. Who cares? We'll just edit it out.
Yes, Your Honor, I have a motion to make. This time we would ask that the Honorable Reverend Jesse Jackson, I believe is still here. Of course, he is, Your Honor, I think we all know, an icon in the civil rights movement. He, not just a witness to it, he the personification of it. And in other circumstances, I think everybody would be happy to have their picture taken, maybe get an autograph. But in the context of this trial, we object to his presence in the public gallery inside the courtroom. We note that there is a jury assembly room capable of holding, depending on how we socially distance, several hundred people, where these proceedings are being televised live in real time. The issue that Ray brought up previously is how many pastors does the Arbery family have? We had the Reverend Al Sharpton here earlier last week, and I'm not keeping track. And I think the court has indicated the court doesn't intend to ask anyone to keep track of who was in the gallery. But I don't know who Mr. Jackson, Reverend Jackson, is pastoring here. My understanding is, and I was given names, that the Arbery family have local pastors. They also have attorneys. Mr. Arbery, Marcus, has a team of lawyers to comfort him through these proceedings. Certainly, Ms. Cooper has been amply comforted by her legal counsel. And we are concerned about whether it's conscious or unconscious, the impact of their presence with respect to the jury and with respect to the proceedings in this case. And I guess the next question is, which pastor is next? Is Raphael Warnock going to be the next person appearing this afternoon? We don't know. Your Honor, I would submit, with all respect to the Reverend Jesse Jackson, that this is no different than bringing in police officers or uniformed prison guards in a small town where a young black man has been accused of assaulting a law enforcement officer or corrections officer. And as I have noted before, the city of Brunswick is indeed a fishbowl. Your Honor, I understand that the court, maybe I misunderstood the court the other day, but I think the court had indicated it was the court's understanding or assumption that the Arbery family is giving up seats in the public gallery so that these gentlemen may be present. With all due respect, Your Honor, the seats in the public gallery of a courtroom are not like courtside seats at a Lakers game. There are no First Amendment rights in the public gallery of a courtroom. There is no standing of any particular individual to be present in the public gallery of a courtroom. And there is no reason for these prominent icons in the civil rights movement to be here. This is a case that has been postured in the media, I believe, by Marcus Arbery's attorney, Benjamin Crump, if not Lee Merritt, and certainly reported by the media as a quote unquote test case for where the civil rights movement is in 2021. So with all due respect, I would suggest, whether it's intended or not, that inevitably a juror is going to be influenced by their presence in this courtroom. And while there seems to be some argument over how much the jurors can see, and I can certainly supplement the record, but I took pictures last week, and it is very clear that most of the jurors have a complete unobstructed view of the entire gallery. And again, we are concerned about our client's right to have a fair trial and the impact of the presence of these individuals is going to have on this case. And we're asking the court, and again, with all respect to the Honorable Reverend Jesse Jackson, that he be observing these proceedings from the jury assembly room where they are being streamed live, rather than sitting here in the courtroom where he can visually interact with the jurors in this case.
Anything from the remaining defendants?
Yeah.
No. Anything from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Goff, at this point, I'm not exactly sure what you're doing. I have already ruled on this court's position with regard to the gallery. And with all candor, I was not even aware that Reverend Jackson was in the courtroom until you started your motion. I have indicated the court's position. The court's position hasn't changed. At this point, it's almost as if you're just trying to continue this for purposes other than just bringing it to the court's attention. And I find that objectionable from the court standpoint. I have said over and over and over in this trial that I am attempting to ensure that in this courtroom that the defendants receive a fair trial. and I will continue to do that. I have heard the objection. I have ruled previously on my position with regard to the gallery, and that is unchanged.
And I'm not questioning the court's ruling, but the court,
I'm done talking about it, Mr. Goff. I've heard the motion. I understand what your position is, and if it's simply just to point out that an individual is in the gallery, it has been done.
do I understand that I'm not to do that again?
I'm telling you that the court's position has remained the court's position, and unless anyone in the gallery is disruptive or here to cause some demonstration that will distract from the presentation of evidence in this case, the court is not going to single out any particular individual or group of individual as not being allowed to be in this courtroom as a member of the public. That is consistent with my prior ruling and will remain the ruling of the court. If there's a disruption, you're more than welcome to call that to my attention. If there's a problem, call that to my attention. But on this particular issue that you brought up previously, which has now been effectively renewed, I think I've been very clear we do not need to discuss it any further.
And I've been very clear, my desire to make a record. And thank you, Your Honor.
Is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Guys, yeah, we just got here about half an hour ago.
You know something? You don't even have to comment. But do you see? You know, people are going to make excuses. That man is biased. That man is scared. How many more black pastors gonna come through here? God done it. I want you to get this in out of here. He might influence the jury. How many clergymen do Arbery's family have? You're supposed to be proving your client's innocence. But you worried about Jesse Jackson sitting in the back of the courtroom. What? Or as Rush Limbaugh would say, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson ain't done nothing in about 25 years. But they still scared of him. Al Sharpton was here last week. How many? But the Arbery family already has local pastors here. So basically he's saying, I don't mind the ones that we intimidated and we know gonna be good boys, but we don't feel comfortable having these city slicker Negroes up in here. Nia says thoughtless. No, he was being honest. And the sad part is, it's people like that. They try to hide it, but they like that. And I do mean with all due respect. But how many pastors does the Arbery family have? It's none of his business. It's not his concern. Having Al Sharpton in the room make you nervous. Having Jesse Jackson in the room make you nervous. Having intelligent black people in the room make you nervous. That's pretty much what he said. I almost feel sorry for his client. Liz says they have every right to be there like anyone else. Nia said, yes, Liz. The question is, why was he there? Liz says, right. Nia said, yes, I agree. Nia says, very thoughtless comment. Liz said, apparently he is the one intimidated. He is intimidated. But why? You know why he intimidated? Because they down south. They used to getting everything their own way. They used to be in control. You really can't control people coming in from the outside. Liz said, I don't feel sorry for his client, but he is doing a poor job representing him. You know, ever since we got the smart TV, I watched all 3 seasons of In the Heat of the Night. What made Archie Bunker, or Carl O'Connor, that's his real name, his name was Chief Bill Gillespie. What made him great as a chief was that he knew all the people intimately, black or white. You ever say, hey, does your mama know you're doing that? Hey, you know you wasn't raised like that. Hey. And he's able to manipulate the people and getting them to do what he wants to do. And if they don't do it, then well, you know, what would your mama say? What would your Aunt Joe say? This is what they do down south. They've been doing it for years. Not all, but some of them still do it. The same way, white lady said a black man tried to touch her butt. Got any suspects? No. Well, look at that black man right there. Let's lock him up. Black man say, I didn't do it. Well, she says she did. Yeah, you can confess now. But we're going to go ahead and call your mama and your sister and your brother and tell them to come down. If we had to go to trial, we're going to give you the maximum sentence. But if you confess to it, we'll let you get off easy. So they were saying that the pastors that are there, they know them and can intimidate them. But he can't intimidate an Al Sharpton. He can't intimidate a Jesse Jackson. They're not from that region, so they haven't been socialized to be walked on. That's what the problem is. They haven't been socialized to be walked on, to be intimidated. Yeah, well, you better do it or we're going to go burn your house down. Wait for y'all to fall asleep. Liz says they were looking for the unknown black male in the neighborhood, and when they finally caught up with him, they chose to kill him. My bad, y'all. I hit the wrong button. My bad. I hit the wrong button.
The NYPD now searching for a man who hit a police officer with a car during an attempted traffic stop in Long Island City.
It happened early Saturday morning on 22nd Street. Police say two officers were trying to stop the driver of a white Mercedes-Benz when the suspect struck one of the officers with the car and drove off. The officer suffered injuries to his right arm and leg. He was taken to a nearby hospital in stable condition.
And y'all didn't see it. I didn't know I stopped screen sharing. Hold on. You gotta see that again.
The NYPD now searching for a man who hit a police officer with a car during an attempted traffic stop in Long Island City.
It happened early Saturday morning on 22nd Street. Police say two officers were trying to stop the driver of a white Mercedes-Benz when the suspect struck one of the officers with the car and drove off. The officer suffered injuries to his right arm and leg. He was taken to a nearby hospital in stable condition.
That's an hour long. No, we can't. That's an hour long. Can't see that one. That's 17 minutes long. That's too long. Excuse me. Oh, 3 hours ago, breaking news.
And we now have some surveillance video from an incident last week where Philadelphia police officers were the target of gunfire. Two suspects got out of cars on North 30th Street in Strawberry Mansion and started firing at officers in an unmarked police car. The windshield of that unmarked car was hit and one of the officers was injured by broken glass. The suspects who fled were seen driving a white Mercedes and a dark-colored Chevy Impala. If you have any information, please contact police.
The search for two
Breaking news right now, a fight on a Blue Line train ends with a CTA employee and a police officer in the hospital. An argument broke out around 6 tonight. On an L near Jackson and Dearborn, a passenger pulled a CTA worker off the train and onto the platform and stabbed him several times. When police intervened, the offender hit an officer in the back with a blunt object. The CTA worker and the officer are expected to recover. The offender was arrested. Also,
Told y'all, I don't take public transportation. Mia got a link, but how do I copy it? Dang it. Got it. Y'all see it? No, you can't. No. So where'd it go? Oh, okay, it went here. Okay, it went on the Chrome. All right, as long as it works.
Live from the local station, News 4 Jax starts now.
The video is chilling. A woman is seen murdering another woman execution style in New York City. Now, just hours ago, that accused killer was in a Jacksonville courtroom. More than 1,000 miles away.
Live from the local station, News 4 Jax starts now.
The video is chilling. A woman is seen murdering another woman execution style in New York City. Now, just hours ago, that accused killer was in a Jacksonville courtroom. More than 1,000 miles away from the scene of that crime, Claudia Banton was captured here on Main Street, north of the Trout River Bridge.
And U.S. Marshals got information that she might be somewhere here in our area. She was arrested during a traffic stop. News4Jax reporter Ann Maxwell was just in the courtroom and joins us live. Ann.
Banton is in the Duval County Jail awaiting extradition to New York. She's charged in the murder of Delia Johnson, who was shot on a crowded street in Brooklyn, New York back in August. And the whole thing was captured on surveillance. They want to warn you, this might be tough to watch. A woman identified by U.S. Marshals as Claudia Banton walked casually out of a car on an August night in Brooklyn, her hand behind her back. She's seen approaching this woman in a pink dress and pulling out a gun, shooting her in the head. The victim has been identified as Delia Johnson.
Master did not deserve that.
Johnson was a single mother of a 17-year-old girl.
This was senseless.
Johnson's family described her as generous and loving.
She would give you the clothes right off her back, right there and then, no matter where you was. If you needed something, she would give it to you.
The surveillance video shows the shooter walked back to the car after pulling the trigger and drove away. The victim's family said she had no enemies they knew of and was lured to this spot just a few blocks away from her apartment. Witnesses said Johnson and Banton had been at the same funeral earlier that day. A spokesperson with the U.S. Marshals told News4Jax they got information Banton might be in Jacksonville. They put surveillance on her and reportedly saw her get into a car. They then pulled over that car here on North Main Street. Banton was in the passenger seat and taken into custody. She had an initial court appearance this afternoon.
Do you want to go ahead and agree to return to New York?
Yes.
We'll notify authorities of the state of New York. You're now available to be picked up.
And a spokesperson with the U.S. Marshals tells me the driver who was in the car with Banton when they were pulled over was not arrested. Live in Jacksonville, Ann Maxwell, Channel 4, the local station.
I'm making this quick video because it has been 1 month since joining the Cash Flow 101 system.
What are you doing?
What I wanted to do is make this.
We can get rid of that.
Another wounded. Police say the three suspects seen here approached the victims and grabbed a gold chain off a 32-year-old man. The video shows shots being fired as the victims tried running away. It happened at 5 p.m. Saturday on McCombs Road in the Mount Eden section. The 32-year-old, identified by police as Jonathan Pena, was taken to Bronx Lebanon Hospital where he died. The other victim, a 46-year-old, is expected to survive. Police say the suspects drove off in a black Mercedes sedan.
They robbing you. Why they gotta shoot you? Wait a minute.
Now to a story of kindness following a terrifying robbery. 91-year-old veteran Walter White was robbed at gunpoint inside his home earlier this month. He just moved in and didn't even have furniture. In fact, he was sleeping on duffel bags in his bedroom. When our Lucy Yang shared his story, the community jumped in to help. And Lucy spoke with Mr. White again today as volunteers arrived.
When Walter White opened his door last Saturday, an armed bandit came in and stole his cash and cell phone.
Walter, oh my God, look at you!
This weekend, when he opened the door, an army of angels came in, bringing furniture, curtains,
Is she holding up in a nail clipper?
lamps,
You got to do it nice and easy.
and snacks.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Just amazing. I never thought things like this could happen. But who knows what God's got planned for us for the future.
Walter is 91 years young. He is a disabled veteran who served in the Korean War with the 82nd Airborne. The former staff sergeant has jumped out of a plane 33 times for his country, only to have a gun pulled on him. The gentle victim tells me he now prays for the armed bandit.
I was raised with respect, love, joy, and happiness. Okay, I love everybody. I love him.
My brother Vinny is a charity that provides home furnishings for veterans. Today, they gave him the essentials for his apartment, but not items that would make him an easy target.
This was terrible, and what happened to him, but I feel like maybe God puts him in his place for something better to happen for him. And I think that we become a family. So Walter was very unique, and he's a beautiful soul.
I just want you to know that I love you and I appreciate everything you're doing.
Mr. White dons a suit and tie every time he steps out. There has been no arrest in the case, but he refuses to be cowed by the robbery.
Nothing's going to stop me. This shows me how God loves me.
In Harlem, Lucy Yang, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Now see, that's bearing fruit.
New video shows a shooter.
Oh, say what? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, we have some eye-opening new numbers about San Francisco's car break-in epidemic.
It's a problem that's gotten so bad. Listen to what tourists are being told.
Well, we're visiting from Tampa, Florida, and we were told it would be best not to rent a car because of there was a lot of break-ins. Like if they see a purse, something small, anything, they will break the window and grab it and go.
Well, that tourist took the advice. Others are not so lucky, as we've seen over and over again. KPIX5's Betty Yu is along the Embarcadero this evening in the hot zone for break-ins. Betty?
Liz, tonight I spoke with business owners in nearby Fisherman's Wharf, and they told me they can count on seeing car break-ins during the day, almost every day on the job. And tonight they want to know from the city what exactly is happening. Witnesses caught this smash and grab involving a black Mercedes near Pier 39 in late October. The victim, who was visiting from Miami, told me he and his friend lost $8,000 worth of photography and hiking gear. More than a week later, two burglars in a black Mercedes are seen in Fisherman's Wharf, pulling off a smash and grab. The victim told me her family stopped to ride the cable car. A worker is seen watching the crime in progress.
I'm so glad that we were advised not to, warned about that.
This couple from Tampa is relying on walking and ride shares.
The hotel manager had talked to us and asked us, where we're from and do we have a rental vehicle? And when we answered some of those questions, said no. He said, okay, that's good, and explained that there's a lot of thievery, especially with car break-ins in the area.
Tampa Bay is seen its fair share, but it's kind of like not like this. No.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because the people here are a little more easier on the rules and regulations here.
We asked the DA about the rash of break-ins. The office said currently only about 2% of auto burglaries in San Francisco result in an arrest, and we have prosecuted the overwhelming majority of those auto burglary cases. SFPD did not respond to repeated requests for comment. Clearance rates show that this year the department cleared 3.5% of larceny cases, which includes car burglaries, in the Central District, which covers the city's hottest tourist spots. Prior to Chesa Boudin taking office, the department cleared 9% in the same time period. And we should note that today we learned that the DA Chesa Boudin will face a recall election in June of 2022. Liz?
Yeah, it's just gotten crazy out there. Betty, has the city taken any other actions of its own?
Well, we learned about 3 weeks ago from the mayor that they do have a cash reward system for information that will lead to the conviction of the crime ringleaders behind these auto burglaries. And so far, one witness I spoke to says she definitely plans to pass that video on to the mayor's office.
It's just amazing how brazen these thieves are. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah. And all of these are in broad daylight, most of them.
Yeah, not worried about getting caught at all. All right, Betty, thank you.
Now to a story of kindness following.
New video shows a shooting in the Bronx that left one man.
A deadly incident at Grand Central Station during this morning's commute. Police say a person was killed after being struck by a 7 train. The victim was on the tracks when he was hit. It's unclear how he got there. The 7 line was temporarily suspended and delays lasted throughout the morning.
All right, y'all, I'm getting drowsy. Thanks for spending your day with me. I've been up almost 24 hours. 2 hours to go. I've been up 24 hours. Let me go cook something and get some sleep. I will see y'all tomorrow. Gonna be busy. Gonna be promoting the new bike prices. So thank y'all for watching the show. Thanks to Liz, Nia, and Ava, and the other people hiding in the bushes. Hello, how you doing? You ain't gotta be afraid to chat. But thanks for watching. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go get some sleep. I'll let y'all know when I call the doctors tomorrow. When I call the oral surgeon, see if I can get an appointment. I gotta make sure he accepts insurance. The doctor gave me a referral, and he gave me a photo of the X-rays. I gotta get 4 roots pulled. That's not gonna be no fun. What? Y'all want me to have a decent smile? We got to pay the dues. So all right, I'm great going here because by the time I wake up, it's probably gonna be 1, 2 in the morning, and so I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my speakers. So I better get in there and watch something now. Y'all have a great night. As Nia would say, see you soon. As I say, I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a great one. Peace, everybody, and we out.